What if the life you're living right now isn't a punishment, but a path your soul chose before you were born? What if every pain, every challenge, and every loss is not proof that the world is unfair, but part of a greater story that your soul came here to remember? And what if the real reason you came to Earth has been hidden from you for thousands of years, buried beneath the noise of the world and the lies we've been told about who we are? In this story, based on the secret book of John, we'll uncover the truth the ancient teachers tried to preserve, a truth about your soul, your purpose, and the light that has never left you. Most of us live believing we are small, trapped in systems, fears, and endless struggles. But this forgotten wisdom says something different. You are not trapped. You are a traveler of light who entered this world by choice to learn, to awaken, and to bring love where it had been forgotten. Throughout this video, you will discover why your soul descended to Earth, what your purpose truly is, and how you can awaken the divine spark that still burns inside you. Each chapter reveals a part of your hidden story, from the birth of the universe to the moment you realize that heaven and earth are not separate at all. So stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear may change how you see everything, your struggles, your purpose, and even your very self. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join us on this journey of awakening the divine truth within you. The secret has been waiting for you to remember.
Many people believe the soul came to earth as punishment, that we are here to suffer and earn forgiveness. This idea has been repeated for centuries through religion, fear, and guilt until it became a part of our human story. But the secret book of John whispers something far deeper. It says that before time began, your soul lived in a realm of light and peace. You were whole, complete, and surrounded by divine love. One day, your soul felt a gentle pull, a desire to experience, to grow, and to understand love in its fullest form. It wasn't a fall, it was a choice. You didn't come to Earth to be trapped. You came here to learn how to remember who you are. Imagine a light leaving the stars and diving into the ocean. For a moment, it forgets it is light, surrounded by darkness and waves. But the darkness doesn't destroy the light, it helps it shine brighter. Your life works the same way. The sadness, the loss, the pain, they are not punishments, they are mirrors showing you your strength. Every challenge carries a secret message. Remember what you are. Think of a person who has lost everything. A home, a job, a loved one. At first, life feels broken, but slowly, as they learn to breathe again, to help others, to forgive themselves, they start to glow with a new light. That glow is remembrance. It is the soul waking up inside the human heart. The Gnostics taught that suffering is not meant to destroy us, but to awaken the hidden wisdom that lives within us. Pain teaches compassion, struggle gives birth to strength, and love grows only when it meets resistance. Every tear, every heartbreak, every fall is part of your soul's sacred training. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. So when life feels heavy and you forget your purpose, close your eyes and remember this. You are the traveler of light who came here to experience creation, to rediscover love, and to turn darkness into understanding. Your journey is not about escaping the world, it's about remembering your light.
Before the earth was born, before time even existed, there was only light, pure, endless, and alive. This light was called the pleroma, the realm of fullness where every soul, every truth, and every spark of love was united. In this divine space, there was no separation, no fear, no need. Everything simply was. But within that perfect harmony, something stirred, a beautiful curiosity. From that curiosity came Sophia, the spirit of divine wisdom. She longed to understand creation more deeply, to see what would happen if light reached beyond its boundaries. So Sophia projected her thought, and from that thought, a new being was formed. But this being, born without full light, was incomplete. This was the beginning of the first shadow, the first imbalance in the perfect harmony of the pleroma. The Gnostics called this being the demiurge, a creator who did not know he was born from Sophia's light. Out of confusion, he created a world that mirrored his own blindness, a world of form, matter, and struggle. But even in that imperfection, something divine still remained, the breath of Sophia hidden within her creation. Think of how human inventions often come from mistakes. The greatest discoveries sometimes happen when something goes wrong. The same energy flows in creation. Sophia's longing, though it caused imperfection, also opened the door for growth, experience, and the discovery of love in contrast to darkness. Just as a painter learns by spilling color or a musician finds beauty in broken notes, Sophia's so-called mistake became the beginning of life as we know it. Imperfection was never failure. It was the playground for wisdom to unfold. The same is true in your life. Your errors, your flaws, and your pain are not proof that you are broken. They are evidence that you are learning to become more conscious of the light within you. Every mistake carries hidden wisdom. Every fall is a step toward understanding. You are made from the same divine curiosity that once moved Sophia to create, to experience, and to evolve. So when you look at your life and see imperfection, don't be ashamed. You are witnessing the sacred process of light learning through form, just as Sophia once did.
When Sophia's creation took form, the being she brought forth, the demiurge, looked upon the new world and believed he was the only creator. He saw himself as the highest power, unaware that he was born from a greater light. This blindness was not evil, it was ignorance. The demiurge created through separation, believing that control and order were the same as wisdom. From him came the archons, forces that act like shadows, feeding on fear, pride, and confusion. They whisper to human minds through the noise of the world, making us forget our true origin in the light. These archons still move among us today, not as visible beings, but as thoughts, systems, and temptations. They live in the obsession with appearance, in endless comparison, and in the belief that our worth depends on approval. Think of the modern world: social media, constant news, competition, pressure to be perfect. These are not just human creations. They are reflections of the same illusion that the demiurge built. There was once a young woman who spent hours every day trying to look flawless online. She chased likes and comments, thinking they would fill her emptiness. But the more she tried to be seen, the more invisible she felt. One day, she turned off her phone and sat in silence. In that quiet space, she heard a soft voice inside whisper, "You were never meant to be perfect. You were meant to be real." In that moment, she saw through the illusion. She realized that peace does not come from control. It comes from awareness. This is what the ancient Gnostics meant when they said that awakening is not rebellion, but recognition. You don't fight the archons by hate or resistance. You dissolve them with truth. When you see the illusion, it loses its power over you. The demiurge's world still exists, but its chains are made of lies, and lies disappear in the light. So when the world tries to tell you that you are not enough, pause and breathe. Remember that the real you existed long before the noise, long before the illusion. Awareness is your freedom. Seeing clearly is your return to the light.
When Sophia looked upon the world the demiurge had shaped, she felt deep compassion. Though her creation had become clouded with ignorance, she saw a chance for healing. Out of love, she breathed the part of her own divine essence into humanity, a tiny flame of her eternal light. This flame is the divine spark, hidden in every soul. It is the part of you that never forgets, even when your mind is lost in fear or pain. It is the quiet knowing that whispers, "You are more than this body, more than this world." You have felt this spark before, in the moments when your heart swells with kindness, when you cry from beauty, when you forgive, or when you create something that feels alive. That gentle warmth inside is Sophia's gift, moving through you. It reminds you that no matter how deep the darkness seems, the light is still burning within. There was once a nurse who worked long nights in silence. She was never praised, never noticed, and often felt invisible. But she kept caring for her patients with patience and love. One night, while sitting beside a dying man, she held his hand as he smiled and said, "You remind me of an angel." In that simple moment, she realized that her kindness was her light, the divine spark shining through ordinary acts. The Gnostics taught that this spark is what connects every human being to the higher realms. It cannot be taken away, only forgotten. The archons try to cover it with doubt and self-blame, but they cannot destroy it. Every time you choose love over fear, compassion over judgment, truth over comfort, you feed that spark, and it grows brighter. You don't have to look for divinity outside yourself. You carry it in every heartbeat, every breath, every act of love. Sophia's secret lives in you as pure potential, waiting to awaken. The purpose of your journey is not to become something new, but to remember what you already are, a living reflection of divine light walking the earth. When you recognize this truth, you begin to live not as someone searching for meaning, but as the meaning itself. Before your birth, before this lifetime began, your soul stood in the realm of light. You saw the world below, a place filled with confusion, pain, and forgetfulness, and your heart stirred with compassion. You didn't come here by force or punishment. You came here by choice. You volunteered to enter the shadow so you could bring light into it. The Gnostics taught that the souls of light are messengers, seeds of divinity sent into matter to remind creation of its source. You chose this journey to heal, to grow, and to help others remember. Think about how the sun sends its rays into the earth. Each ray enters the soil, unseen, only to help flowers bloom. Your soul works the same way. You may not always feel bright, but even in your smallest acts of love, you are bringing warmth into the cold places of the world. Every time you choose kindness in the face of anger, patience instead of judgment, or hope instead of despair, you fulfill the purpose you came for. There was once a teacher who grew up in poverty and hardship. Many times she wanted to give up, but she decided to use her pain to guide others. She returned to her old neighborhood, built a small school, and taught children who had no one else to believe in them. In doing so, she turned her suffering into light. That is the soul's mission, to transform pain into wisdom and darkness into love. You are not random. You are not here by accident. Every challenge you face, every person you meet, every tear you shed is part of the sacred contract your soul made before you arrived. You are the bridge between heaven and earth,
the living connection between spirit and matter. Your soul came to remember and to remind. When you live with love, you help the earth remember its light. When you forgive, you free yourself and those around you. When you share kindness, the spark multiplies. You came not to escape the world, but to transform it within.
The Gnostics said that the world around you is not your prison, it is your mirror. Everything you see, every event that touches your life, reflects something inside you waiting to be seen. Matter, they said, is not the enemy of the soul, but the classroom of remembrance. It teaches us through contrast, light and shadow, joy and pain, silence and noise. When you begin to see the world as a reflection of your inner state, every experience becomes a message from your own higher self. Think of a calm lake. When the surface is still, it reflects the sky perfectly. But when the water is disturbed, the reflection breaks into fragments. In the same way, when your mind is restless, the world appears broken. But when your awareness becomes still, you start to see truth in everything. The pain of others, your daily struggles, even the noise of the world, all start to show you where you still forget your own light. Many people believe awakening means escaping reality, but true awakening is seeing clearly within reality. It means looking at your fears, your mistakes, your desires, and realizing they are not enemies, but teachers. Every shadow points to a forgotten part of your light. The Gnostics called this process anamnesis, the remembering. It happens slowly, through awareness, compassion, and the courage to look at what you once tried to avoid. Imagine being in traffic and feeling angry. Instead of fighting the emotion, pause and breathe. Notice that anger is energy. It rises, burns, and fades. It's not who you are. In that moment of awareness, illusion weakens. The archons, those forces that feed on distraction and fear, lose power when you observe rather than react. Awareness is your light. It burns through confusion without struggle. As you live this way, life begins to change, not because the outer world shifts first, but because your vision clears. You start to see beauty where there was chaos, meaning where there was pain. Matter then becomes sacred. It is no longer a trap, but a vessel through which spirit sees itself. And when you truly see this, you understand the secret. You were never trapped in the illusion. The illusion was your teacher, guiding you home. There comes a moment on the soul's journey when you begin to remember, not with the mind, but with the heart. The Gnostics called this the eternal return, the moment when the spark within you recognizes that it never truly left the divine source. You realize that the light you've been searching for has always lived inside you. All the struggles, all the searching, all the pain were not punishments, but paths leading you home to yourself. Every human being carries a divine spark, a fragment of Sophia's light, hidden beneath layers of fear, doubt, and forgetfulness. Awakening doesn't mean becoming perfect. It means peeling away the layers that hide what was always shining. It means remembering that your soul is older than time, that your light cannot be broken or lost. Even when life feels heavy, even when you make mistakes, that divine spark waits silently, like a star behind clouds, patient and eternal. The Gnostics said that when even one person remembers their light, the illusion begins to weaken. Your awakening ripples through others, through your kindness, your words, your quiet strength. Think of how one candle can light hundreds without losing its flame. Each act of awareness spreads light into the world. When you forgive yourself, when you choose peace instead of anger, when you show love to someone who feels unseen, You are helping the world remember. The illusion doesn't fade through escape, but through recognition. Every time you see through fear, the false god's power loses hold. You begin to understand that heaven was never somewhere above. It was within you, waiting to be felt again. You are both the traveler and the destination, both the question and the answer. The soul's journey doesn't end in this world or the next. It continues as remembrance deepens. When you live from that light, everything becomes sacred. Your breath, your relationships, your silence. You no longer chase awakening. You are awakening. The story of separation dissolves, and what remains is peace. The journey ends where it began, within the heart that always knew it was divine.
As we reach the end of this journey, take a slow breath and feel the quiet space within you. That stillness is not empty, it is full of light. The Gnostics taught that awakening is not about becoming something new. It is about remembering what you already are. You are a spark of the divine, walking through the world of matter, learning to see through its illusions. Every joy, every pain, every meeting has been guiding you toward this remembrance. You came to Earth not as a punishment, but as a mission of light. You chose to walk among shadows so the forgotten light could shine again through your heart. When you love, forgive, and stay aware, you help creation remember its source. The world may seem broken at times, but within each moment hides a secret door back to truth. When you look at the world with gentle eyes, when you choose peace instead of fear, that door opens. Awakening doesn't happen in temples or distant heavens. It happens in daily life. It's in how you speak, how you listen, how you treat others. Every time you pause and breathe before reacting, every time you choose kindness, you awaken a little more. Slowly, the illusion begins to fade, not because you escape it, but because you see it clearly. You were never separate from the divine. You were never lost. The light you've been searching for was never far away. It has always lived inside you, waiting to be remembered. And when you live from that light, you don't just change yourself, you help the whole world remember too. The journey home was never about distance. It was about awareness. And now, you are remembering.